back to Afternoon Express. Today we're going to discuss a topic that affects many of us, colds, flu and allergies. And we're going to uncover the key distinctions between these common conditions, and helping us understand the symptoms and the causes and how to treat them is pharmacist Jackie Mayman, who joins us with some valuable insights. How do you tell these apart?
Hi there. Okay, so some of the symptoms are similar, but you can tell them apart.
Okay.
All right. So colds and flu are 100% caused by viruses. Okay, and it's the virus infection that causes the symptoms. If you look at colds, there's rhinoviruses. There's over 100 different variants. Influenza, there's the influenza viruses, influenza A, B, and rarely C. There's also coronavirus, as we know. When you're looking at allergies is also an immune response, but it is an incorrect immune response. So what happens is our immune system sees something which is actually harmless, like pollen or peanuts, strawberries, and sees it as a threat and mounts this whole inappropriate immune response.
Okay, so I love that you're saying all of that, Jackie, and you're the expert and I'm the layman, okay? I often mention on the show that my son has allergies, and this morning in particular, he was riddled with his allergic reactions, but he also had a temperature. What is that then? Is that a cold or a flu that's accompanied with allergies, or is that completely separate? How do I tell as a layman?
All right. So if we look at colds and flu, you can get a fever with those. That's the viral infection.
Okay.
Allergies, generally you don't get a fever.
Okay.
So I would say on top of his allergies, he's coming down with a cold, hopefully not flu. Flu, you have quite an immediate response with a fairly high temperature. So it sounds like he's probably got a bit of a cold as well.
Okay.
But generally, yes, there's no fever with allergies.
Okay, so there's just what, the normal respiratory, nasal, teary eyes, incessant sneezing, coughing.
Yes.
What else?
So if we look at hay fever, it's the running nose, itchy eyes, streaming eyes, but it can also give you a bit of a scratchy throat because of a postnasal drip. And in some people, they can get a tight, wheezy chest, especially if you're asthmatic. And then, of course, there's the food allergies. Yes. Food allergies, you can just start itching everywhere. You can come out in hives. So there are different allergic reactions depending on the allergen and the person's immune response.
In terms of relief, what do you suggest?
Okay, so in terms of relief, depending what it is, so
yes.
It is important to distinguish the difference between them. So as I've said, with an allergy, you've got a release of histamine due to an allergen. So you are coming into contact with something you're allergic to. And generally, you would treat that symptom. The mainstay of allergy treatment is an antihistamine.
Okay.
Duration, you could say if you are allergic to cats and a cat walks in, you're going to have your itchy eyes and streaming nose immediately.
Yes.
As soon as the cat leaves and you rinse the allergens off your face, the allergy goes away. But if you're allergic to something like house dust mites, which is around 365 days a year, you're going to need more long-term treatment. So you can't necessarily take an antihistamine every single day.
Yes.
So then you would use something like a cortisone nasal spray, and you can add other things onto that as well. Of course, with colds and flu, you can also use an antihistamine because they have certain decongestant properties. So you'll see a lot of cold and flu remedies will have an antihistamine, a decongestant, so that's for the running, streaming nose, postnasal drip. It will also have an analgesic for fever, headache, sore throat.
Analgesic?
Yes.
Okay.
A painkiller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or an anti-inflammatory.
Okay,
yes.
Nice name.
Yes.
So Jackie, I'd love to ask you, this time of the year, what do you find in your pharmacy? What's most prevalent at the moment?
Okay, so we've just gone through September. Spring has sprung, so we're seeing a lot of allergies.
Okay.
There's flowers blooming all over the place, so we've got the pollen hay fever coming in at the moment. On top of that, we're in spring. So the seasons are very variable, especially here in Cape Town. I mean, one day it's a beautiful hot day, the next day we're freezing and got scarves on again.
It's kind of like that all over the world right now. You can't predict the weather.
The weather's up the pole. So anyway, we are also seeing the normal colds. We haven't got that much flu at the moment, thankfully, because flu obviously is far more serious and we need to pay more attention to it, especially the vulnerable people. But yes, we're seeing a lot of hay fever. So antihistamines, they are selling like hotcakes.
Okay, thank you so much, Jackie. So understanding, as Jackie says, is the key difference between knowing what is a cold, what is a flu, and what is an allergy. And this is crucial for maintaining your health and making informed decisions about treatment and prevention.